Is no contact still the best way to get an ex back? Is no contact dead? Someone asked me a few days ago and they said, Nick, how the fuck can I get my ex back if I'm not in contact with them, if I'm not around them? And it's a good question. It's a very good question, and some people might be thinking, well, how the fuck is no contact meant to work? How can I show this person that I'm changing and doing better if I'm not around them? And I'm going to address that right here, right now. But I must do one thing before I get into that, and that is the intro. Welcome back to the Love Fix. It's Nick doing my best to get you through your breakups as easily and as healthily as possible. I want you to check out 2 links. Go to the About tab on my channel. Hit the coaching link if you need to arrange a one-to-one appointment with me, and I will help you get through your breakup, your heartbreak, and shed some light on this and get you feeling better. If that is not enough for you, there's another link there. Hit the Facebook link. Come and join the growing community where everybody's helping each other out and everything's just going along very well in there. Come and join us. I'd love to have you there. With all that said, is no contact still the way to go with your ex? The best way to get somebody's attention is to remove your attention completely. The best way to get your ex to miss you is to vanish, is to give them the opportunity to miss you. And this is why no contact is so powerful. So when your ex has dumped you and they said, hey, I don't want to be with you romantically anymore, and your anxiety goes up to 200% and everything you've learned in life is to do something to get something. That's to study hard to get good grades, clean your room if you want that candy bar, and so on and so forth. So we've been conditioned our whole lives to do something to get something. If we want more money, we have to work harder, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to breakups, it is very bad advice, and your ex telling you, I do not want you romantically right now, is not code for you to try even harder. That's just going to push them away. It will validate them even more, and all they will think is like, why the fuck won't they listen to me? They haven't listened to me throughout this relationship, and they won't even listen to me when I'm trying to end the relationship. Is there no end to this? Is there no end to the torment? So you must give them the relief they are seeking. They are asking for the medicine to soothe their pain, and right now that is for you to be away from them. It is not for you to be around them. Being around them is what got you here in the first place. Being around them too much, or being too anxious or possessive or not listening, is what got you here in the first place. So more of the same isn't going to do anything. The very definition of madness is doing the same shit over and over and expecting a different result. So you have to come at this from a different angle. You have to come at this from a different viewpoint mindset, because you feel rejected. Your ex right now feels relieved. They've dropped the bomb, they've dropped the emotional bomb, and I get it, guys, it's a horrible feeling, it's terrible. But this is where you get to harness your superhuman ability, your superhuman powers, which every human being has, but most people don't use it, and that is choosing how you respond to how you feel. No matter if you're feeling shit right there and you feel like dying, that's okay, and that does hurt and that does sting. And I'm not saying, how can I put this? I'm not denying how you feel. What I'm trying to do is to put you in the best possible position for your ex's last memory of you. So, oh wow, okay, they actually respected what I was saying. They actually listened. Maybe they're not such an arsehole after all. Maybe this can be salvaged. And then you vanish and you disappear, and then all of a sudden they will start to miss you. Sooner or later it will come. I don't know when, and I don't know if it will be enough for them to make them come back or even consider a conversation with you, but they will, because we're human beings, and if you understand how human emotion actually functions and what desire from a human being actually looks like, and just our evolutionary drivers to stay with people, it's a very, very powerful feeling, even when you're the dumper. Because guys, I've been the dumper many times in my life, and those women who left me alone, I thought about them way more than about the women that didn't leave me alone. The women that didn't leave me alone, I just wanted to be away from them even quicker. Now, some of them, a reconciliation did happen and it failed anyway, and some of them, especially the anxious ones, I didn't want to be around because they just wouldn't leave me alone. They wouldn't give me what I was asking for. The breakup, I was like, hey, please just do this one thing for me. That's all I'm asking for. Let me go. And also, guys, when people ask me this question, how the hell can no contact work? Let me put this another way for you. What other fucking choice do you have? If your ex or anyone is saying, hey, I don't want to be with you romantically, and you're still pursuing them, you are investing in someone who is not invested in you. One, that's a very bad choice to make. And if you were a financial investor, this will be a very poor investment. And most people wouldn't do that. And also, what are you saying about yourself? What version of yourself are you portraying? What energy are you putting out there? That you got such a low self-esteem that you can't disappear when someone says, hey, I do not want you. And you're hanging around hoping to get a sympathy vote out of them. That is not desire. That is not attraction. That is not romance. That is desperation perpetuated by higher levels of anxiety. And I get it. I understand. I hear you. I'm not saying how you feel is wrong. What I'm trying to get into you is how you act. And if you can stay on center when the shit is hitting the fan, when your world is disintegrating around you, and you can stay on target and you can stay on center, you, my friend, are then fucking bulletproof. And that is the sexiest thing you can do. And it's also the best thing you can do, because if they don't come back, then who gives a fuck? You got yourself back. You are now more attractive, you are now more desired, and you've got better people pursuing you. This might take 6 months, a year, 2 years. I don't know. It's different for everybody. But what I do know, first of all, forget the intention of no contact is getting your ex back. That is not the intention of no contact. The intention of no contact is for you to heal, is for you to get better, is for you to get you back. It is a response to the breakup. And no contact is contact. No contact is a response. It is saying to your ex, hey, I do not agree with this decision, but I will respect it nonetheless. But I've got to go now and focus on me, because anything less than a relationship with you does not work for me. And I can't change that. I'm going to hold my boundaries with you. And if you want to talk, you can let me know. Other than that, we will have to part ways, and I'll have to see you when I see you. But I will not be pursuing someone who does not want to invest in me. And if they do come back, and I've said this 100 times now, if they do come back, who will they find? The desperate, anxious, needy person that didn't listen, or the person that said, okay, I respect your decision, I disagree, but I respect it. The person that went away, leveled up, lost weight, gained muscle, started doing all these adventurous things, become a different person, renewed, rebirth. Which one are they going to find? And more importantly, which version of you are they going to find more attractive? So, no contact has never been about getting your ex back. It is the best way to get your ex back. It will facilitate the best possible chance. But the intention behind no contact is not to get your ex back. And if you can have that in your head, that this is not my intention is win-win. Either they come back or I move on. Either way, you win. You got you back. You leveled up. You got a second chance either with them or without them, because you got a second chance with yourself. It is self-love that will get you through this. It is self-love that will make them come back. It is self-love that will attract better people to you, and that is what you must do. This is what you must do. It's not what happens to you. It's how you take responsibility for how you feel and how you respond. That is the power of no contact. So no contact isn't fucking dead. It is what it is. And what I truly find fascinating in life, if it was any other person than your romantic partner, you wouldn't have so much of a hard time going no contact. Okay? Even family members, people fall out with their parents all the time, their siblings, and won't talk to each other for 10 years. And they have zero problem with that. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because it's family, you know, they will ultimately always be there if you fuck up or you need them. But it's different with an ex, because their love is highly conditional. And that's probably what makes it hard, is because they loved you upon the conditions of who you are, and now they're now saying that those conditions are no longer acceptable to them, or you change the conditions, you become lazy, or you stop being attentive, or you're not fulfilling your end of the contract when you first entered that contract with them, or maybe you just grew apart. I don't know. Either way, the end result is the same. They gave you closure the day they decided to say, hey, I don't want to be with you. That is your closure. Yeah? You need to accept that. And if you can accept reality no matter what is happening to you, yes, it hurts. I'm not taking that away from you. Feel your feelings. Be hurt, be down, feel shit. But if you can accept that and use that to your advantage, you'll do fine. So my friends, don't get mad at reality. Don't get mad at the rules, and don't get mad at me or anybody else for that matter. Find a way to operate within the rules that you've been given and make it work for you. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. That is what you do. That is the power of no contact. You are taking control of what you can take control of. That's how you get an ex back. And if they don't come back, no one cares. No one gives a fuck. And you shouldn't give a fuck either, because there are more people out there. Now here's the thing, guys. There's 8 billion people in the world. Assuming that you are only compatible with 10% of 8 billion people, that's 800 million people you can have a potential relationship with. But let's get even more extreme than that. Let's assume you're only compatible with 1% of the global population. That is still 80 million potential partners. And look, if we're just going down straight relationships here and we split that 50-50, that's still 40 million potential partners out there. So don't tell me you don't have options, because you do. Leave your one-itis thinking to one side. Stop thinking, oh, this was the only person. Stop thinking, oh, they're one in a million. They are not. They are one of a million in a planet of 8 billion. They're nothing special. That's all I've got for today. If you found this useful and you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it. If you hit like and subscribe, it'd really help me out. If you need my help with your one-to-one situation with your personal breakup, check out the link in the About tab and book your coaching session with me, and I will happily get on the phone and get you through this. We will work it out together. You are enough. You will be okay, and I will see you on the other side.